Hey man, what's going on, man? It's your boy KGSMG back with another video, man, and today you can tell by the thumbnail, you can tell by the title exactly what's going on, man. Back with another discussion video, and today's topic is Marvel's Avengers, man. Now it's been a little minute since I did a discussion video, been a little minute since I did this series where we're talking about characters coming into this game and how they can play potentially. So yeah, man, with the War for Wakanda expansion ending, man, there was a couple of teasers to some characters by his name is Zarafari, I think, you know, the sorcerer out there in Wakanda. When you go into that little room, he's standing on like that circle, yada yada, but he's talking to these various characters, and those characters are Loki, Doctor Strange, and Scarlet Witch, man. There's mentions to like Wong and the Ancient One and Quicksilver and all this other stuff, man. So it's just cool that these characters are already being teased this early on, because these are characters I think are going to be coming like 2023, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to come up here and continue this series off. This is something I said I was going to continue anyway when we start seeing, you know, more characters coming to the game, like you know, Winter Soldier, She-Hulk, and all the other characters I made previously. But now that we have these couple of teasers, I kind of got a sense, you know, my prediction of how these characters might be coming in. So I will be bringing this series back, and just a heads up, this video is starting with Scarlet Witch, but I don't think that when we start getting these characters gonna start with her, you know what I'm saying? She could be, you know, a expansion maybe, you know. I feel like after we get Winter Soldier, She-Hulk, War Machine, and Captain Marvel, we could be seeing the next phase, something like the Wasp, Falcon, Vision, Doctor Strange, and Scarlet Witch, or you know, something like that along those lines. But let's start off with Scarlet Witch, man. Now first, what I like to do for all of these, I want to talk about the story, their move set, all that, and how they can just fit in overall in this game. So far as the story, I think they're gonna skip all origins, because in the tease where Zarafari is talking to her, it seems like she's already established. All of these characters seem like they have been established with the Avengers. All that origin comic stuff has been over with, you know what I'm saying? And we have to tie in this 5-year gap after A-Day. So where is everybody, you know what I'm saying? Zarafari actually mentions that she is seeking counsel, so that's interesting. She could be going to some type of mental thing. This is something also that they didn't want to tell Quicksilver, so that had me think maybe the reason why she's here could actually have something to do with Quicksilver. Maybe he's dead, or maybe he can't use his power, similar to Ant-Man. You know, something happened after A-Day, like it did for Hank Pym, because honestly I don't know how they could do Quicksilver in the game. It would be cool to see him, but how everybody else is traversing and their move sets, I don't know how they could handle a speedster. It'll be very interesting to see how they would do somebody as fast as Quicksilver, but I don't know. I think for now he wouldn't be in the game. If he is, he wouldn't be playable. He would just be somewhere around, man. So yeah, that's that for the story. I feel like something like that could be a good reason for her to come in. Obviously we can have a new big bad as far as the villains, but that's that for, I guess, the main story. Now for the location, I feel like they would add in Sokovia maybe as a new biome, and as far as an outpost, we might not get an outpost. I came up, maybe we could add like Wanda's house, Wanda and Vision's house, or something like that, just to be like a funny little thing, and have like the war table in the kitchen or something. I feel like that would be kind of funny to, and then it would touch on that relationship, because I feel like if Scarlet Witch and Vision both come into the game, they have to touch on that relationship a little, you know what I'm saying, and maybe mention Billy and you know, Wiccan and Speed maybe. So that's that for the location and the story. Now I'm going to talk about the villains first. Usually I do the moveset then the villains, but I'll be putting chapters so you can skip over if you want to. But as far as the villains, I definitely feel like for this new phase after the Kree invasion, we're definitely going to be dealing with the more big bad mystical and magic users, you know what I'm saying. You know, if we get all of the Winter Soldier, She-Hulk, yada yada up in Captain Marvel, the only characters that's really left are magic users. There are people like Quake, Mockingbird, Falcon, and Wasp and Ant-Man, so you got to include them some way. But other than that, it's Wanda, Doctor Strange, and Vision. But anyway, as far as the villains, I feel like a couple of people that would be good in this game would be people like the Enchantress, Mephisto, Grim Reaper, and somebody like Kang the Conqueror. Any one of those or multiples would be fire, especially somebody like the Enchantress. I feel like in the Marvel comics and in just Marvel movies in general, the villains always seem to have a similar moveset, similar style to the heroes. So somebody like the Enchantress could be cool, you know. And through all of this, I feel like we will be seeing Loki. He's another character that's already in the game tease, you know what I'm saying. I feel like we can get Loki not as a playable character, but maybe we can fight him, but he's still our ally pretty much. Maybe we can summon him and we can go to Asgard, and maybe we can have, you know, Enchantress there. But those villains there, Mephisto, Kang the Conqueror, Grim Reaper, I feel like those would be good villains that could come with Wanda in this whole new phase for these mystical characters. Now let's talk about the connection just a little bit, man. We know that she is heavily connected to the X-Men and mutants now. When this game first came out, man, a lot of people wanted X-Men characters, including myself, but over time and as I saw the Guardians get their own game, it hit me, and I don't know why I didn't think about this before, but X-Men are better off having their own game. X-Men and the Fantastic Four, I feel like they should have their own game, but if they really wanted to make a good thing out of this, they could have it connect, and the X-Men game could be in the same universe. It doesn't have to be made by Crystal Dynamics. I wouldn't mind that. I mess with CD, but if they wanted to, you know, have that interconnectedness, you know what I'm saying, they could make another game continuing off of this, you know, after Scarlet Witch is in, talking about the mutants and maybe what happened during that whole situation with the A-Day, or it can just be something completely new. As long as we get a new X-Men game, I think that'll be fire. But you know, another connection though is Agatha Harkness, man. She actually trained Scarlet Witch in the comics. You know, in the show they fought each other, but she was still kind of teaching her along the way in the show. But I feel like she would be a good addition to the game. Not playable, but just somebody there. Maybe you can summon her, I don't know, but she can just be around. She could be, I wouldn't say a gear vendor. Maybe they'll add new type of gear for magical users, and maybe she can be in there. Maybe like some perk or something for the dark hole, since you know Scarlet Witch pretty much from the dark hole and all that. Maybe somebody like what's his name, Sithon or something like that. Maybe Wanda could summon him or something like that. But let's get into the main point of this video, the move set, man. Scarlet Witch is trained in hand-to-hand combat. She was trained by Captain America and Hawkeye, so she can fight. Her physical strength is just a regular human, so I doubt she's gonna actually be punching and kicking at all. I feel like she's gonna be kind of from afar, throwing like little like energy spears, you know, those red spears or something, like little blasts, those type of things, and occasional kicks and punches throughout. I actually found out that she can have some energy constructs, so maybe she could, you know, construct some type of dagger or sword made out of you know, chaos magic or something, and can use that throughout her combos. I feel like her combos should just be a mix of almost everything, because Scarlet Witch is one of the most powerful witches, you know what I'm saying? She can literally do almost everything, so I feel like they should touch on, you know, literally everything within her combos, her heroics and everything, because there's so much she can do that you can't really just tire down to one. I mean, I was going through the list of her abilities, and I mean, it's crazy. It's everything: illusions, telekinesis, telepath, yada yada yada, control air, manipulate literally almost every element, everything. But yeah, that's that for the combat, you know what I'm saying? We know she can fly, she can fly, so I don't think she's really fly that fast, you know. Maybe they can just have her, I don't know, something like Thor, maybe a little slower, nothing too crazy. I feel like the animation would be kind of smooth, especially you know, she's gonna have some type of cape, she has to. But yeah, I see flight, definitely gonna have flight, you know what I'm saying? Now for her range, some type of, like I said, for the combo she could throw some energy spears. Maybe for the range it could change, you know what I'm saying, like a beam or some type of burst, you know, some energy projection or something, or like some wave or something, or some type of, any type of red magic, you know, looking thing, you know what I'm saying? That could be her range. Now for the intrinsic, I was thinking of an energy or like a magic absorption thing, kind of like Black Panther now with his kinetic energy. I doubt she will release it, but if any type of, you know, any type of attack hits her, she can absorb that, you know what I'm saying, with all of her skills that she can do, far as, you know, magic and witchcraft and all that stuff. So, and speaking of that, hopefully we can get a new enemy type that focuses mainly on magic attack, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we could get like a witch faction or some type of enemies that use mainly magic attacks. Now for her heroics, man, this is interesting. Like I said, she can do almost anything, so it was kind of hard coming up with a actual good heroics for her. You guys are always, let me know how you feel down in the comments. Leave your opinions, your thoughts. I love to see that, man. Y'all be coming up with some crazy stuff, and it's beautiful. But what I came up with, man, for the support, I was saying of a force field or like an automatic defense type of thing, man. I see on fandom, the Marvel.com, for all her movesets, the force field thing, I think it said something about having runes on it, you know what I'm saying? So maybe, you know, if you, in your skill set, your skill tree, you can change different type of runes that will be on your force field that would do different things to protect you. One could be like, if you have a certain rune on your force field, that'll heal you and your teammates, or it can just be like a automatic defense where you don't get no damage took, you know, something like that. I feel like would be smooth for Scarlet Witch. Now there's also astral projection. I was thinking maybe that could be a support where she leaves her body, gets her health back, and then, you don't know, maybe she won't take damage for that time being of being outside of her body until she, you know, goes back in. I feel like something like that would be cool. Like I said, I hope they will touch on almost everything that she can do, since she is that powerful, you know what I'm saying? She's a, you know, a powerful witch. Now for her assault, man, this is kind of hard. It's not really like a too many big special moves I seen her do throughout the comics or the movies. She's just OP, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if there's a signature she has. So what I said, telekinesis or binding, or a combination of both. Like she could stop an enemy in his tracks using a binding spell, right? Freeze them completely, and then use telekinesis to either smash the enemy or maybe pull the ground up and smash the enemy with it. You know, something like that. That's quick, not too cinematic, because you know it's an assault. This isn't an ultimate, so maybe bind your opponent, telekinesis, throw them away, or just like completely destroy their body or something like that. I feel something like that would be kind of cool. I do hope they kind of touch on the whole dark magic, and you know, she is a hero, but with being a witch and in her comic run, she has, you know, been a villain a couple of times. Maybe they can kind of touch on her dark side in her combat and make you almost scared a little when you fighting these characters, because it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying, you just completely, you know, decapitated dude with your mind or something like that. I don't know. But for the ultimate, man, this is where I kind of came up with a smooth idea. I feel like it would be very fire to see in this game. Don't know if it will happen, but yeah, man, you know, she has chaos magic. Maybe for her ultimate, bro, she could, like, you know, on WandaVision's show, how she made it was the hex, right, or something, the whole world pretty much. What if for her ultimate, she creates a small, not small, but like a big bubble pretty much, and it's like her own tiny dimension, and any enemy that's in that bubble just gonna get freaking demolished, bro. Like OP, instant kill. If you're inside of her circle, once she creates that, let's say, quote unquote, new world, her world or whatever, you're gonna get killed. Like everything is gonna be red, smoke is red, yada yada yada. Maybe it can be like on the end of WandaVision with the different rooms that was on the circle, on the hex or whatever, that can be surrounding you and your opponents. And yeah, man, that can be like an instant kill. I feel something like that would be smooth. Maybe she could have some illusions of herself or some clones or something, and it's like in that circle, you know, boom, dead, just like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it would be like a big blast to hit your opponents, or you just, they evaporate or something. Who knows, man? Something OP. She has to be OP. Now that's honestly pretty much it, man, that I came up with for Scarlet Witch. You know, like I said, once again, she's very powerful, very OP. As long as they make her OP and she feels OP as like the next Thor almost, because I feel like Thor is one of the strongest characters as far as their moveset, like some of his heroics, you know, his the God Blast, and you know, the open the Bifrost, yada yada yada. I feel like moves like that for Scarlet Witch, but you know, times 100 would work perfectly in this game, man. Now back to the whole Sithon thing. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Maybe you could summon him as a summoning, or they could touch on the Dark Hole. We already have the Dark Hole in the game as an artifact, but maybe if Wanda is using it, you know, it's different perks for her or something like that. But who knows, man. That's all I have for the moveset and the story for Scarlet Witch. I will continue this series, man. I will be doing Doctor Strange after this, since he was teased in the War for Wakanda expansion. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, this isn't the order I think they're going to come out, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they're going to start right off the bat with Scarlet Witch whenever these characters start coming in. I think they're going to continue the pattern with going a small character and working their way up to the big characters. So I feel like it will start off with the characters like Wasp or Falcon, then they would start gradually going into, you know, Vision, Doctor Strange, and Scarlet Witch possibly being, you know, the next big expansion after Captain Marvel. But that's that, man. You guys let me know how you feeling about it. I hope we get her. I think we will, man. I have complete 100% faith in this game. You know, nothing is perfect. Had a rocky start. I always rock with it, but you know, I'm gonna ride with it till the wheels fall off. Anyway though, man, I'm gonna end this up here, man. If you enjoyed any part of this video, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell so you know when I'm posting, man. Share the content, share the channel, do all of that. I'll see y'all in the next one. It's your boy Get Some G. Peace.